Using a 13mm socket, go ahead and remove our ground terminal nut here. Now go ahead and spin the terminal loose. Work that off and set it aside. Using a Phillips head screwdriver, remove the 6 screws across the top of your grill. Go ahead and put those screws aside. Go ahead and lift up and unlock the edge of your grill right here. And tip that forward. Tilt that grill forward and slide it off. You're going to be dislodging these tabs on the back that go into your valence. On the back side of your marker light, there's a 7/16 nut. You gotta loosen and remove that. Once it's loose with a socket, you can spin it off by hand. You can go ahead and put your finger underneath the light and reach around the back side. And we're going to go ahead and work this marker light out, like so. And twist out your bulb and harness. On the back side of our headlight, there are 2 metal tabs, one here and one here, and they're designed to pull upward. So we're going to grab our pliers, we're just going to loosen this and then pull up. Once you get to a certain point, the tabs themselves should come free. That's what they look like. Get the second one out. And there's a third one on the inboard part of the light. Now on the inboard side right here, we have an adjuster bracket. There's a little tab right here. We're just going to use a pair of needle nose pliers and gently pinch that. Bring the light forward. There's another one on the side right here. Gonna pinch that. And at this point, we can go ahead and disconnect the bulb from the back of the headlamp. You can reach right down back here. You can go ahead and twist this off. And normally you would have a lock tab right here. Ours is broken, but you would lift up on the little tab and work your connector off, and you can separate the headlamp from the vehicle. On the back of your headlight assembly is going to be 3 adjusters or 3 mounting points. I'm going to go ahead and take the bottom here, and this is just pressed onto a rubber grommet and just pops off like that. Go ahead and take the adjuster. We're simply going to press that over that rubber grommet, like so. I want to go ahead and install our light, and we have our adjuster studs here. Now the X tab is going to fit right in the middle here, and this is going to go through a hole in the header panel. Then you have your little retainer clips here, little tabs. They're going to fit on top of these 2 pieces here, and this is going to match up with the 2 on the other side. So you want to make sure that all these little clips snap into place and push the headlight straight back. You're going to have to manipulate these little clips to get them all 3 lined up. We get this one here. It's Let's go to the other side and get those lined up. And we have our headlamp retainer clips here. I'm gonna grab this here, and these slip onto the back side of the headlight. I simply press down and lock onto the buttons on the back. There's going to be 3 of these you need to install. I want to go ahead and reach down between the radiator support and the battery. I'm going to grab our headlight harness and just line that up and plug it into the back of your headlight. You should feel that snap into place. Now at this point, go ahead and peel your protective layer off of the lens. Once that is off, now is a good time to go ahead and hop on the vehicle, put your headlights on, and you want to go ahead and level your beam. Now you have an adjuster screw right here. You're simply going to turn that clockwise to bring that light in, counterclockwise to bring it out. I want to go ahead and adjust these accordingly. Once this is all set, you can continue with the rest of the project. Install our bulb into the back of the lamp. Line up our studs, press that back into place. Let's install the nut on the back side of the marker light, and we'll go ahead and snug that down. And once this nut snugs down, you're pretty much all set. You don't have to make this super tight. When installing your grill, you want to go ahead and make sure that these 2 tabs fit into the notch in the header panel. And there's 2 on the other side as well. So we're going to feed those down and in first. And once those are in, we'll go ahead and push the grill back and into place. With the low part of the grill popped into place, we want to make sure that our upper tab lines up here. And we're going to carefully slide that back and pop the upper part of the grill into place. Once that snaps in, we're going to start installing our screws across the top of the grill. I'm going to go ahead and get our screws installed. I'm going to get them all started, and then we'll come back and tighten them down. Just run these across the whole top. With all the screws started, we're going to go ahead and snug these down. And just continue across the top. Let's go ahead and grab our negative terminal, pop that on. Let's go ahead and tighten down this side. And once that snugs down, you're all set.
This is going to be a general tutorial on how to aim your brand new TRQ headlamp assemblies. Okay, so looking at your brand new TRQ headlamp assembly, you're going to see where your low beam is, and you'll see a little dot right in the center. And that is the axis point, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to mark that with an erasable marker, just so it's easier to see. Next, what we need to do is measure from the level ground up to this point and take note of that measurement. Now we're just going to pull the car up to our wall. On our vehicle, we remember that the measurement was 28 inches for our access point. Your vehicle may be different, but that's where I'm going to put this tape, just above that 28 inches. We'll do the same on the other side. Okay, so let's just back the vehicle up, straight back 25 feet from the wall. And now that we moved our vehicle 25 feet back from the wall, we're going to start with our measurement here. That's where the headlamp center is. We're going to go down 4 inches on the driver's side. On the passenger side, we have our line here. What we need to do is go down 2 inches. To adjust the driver's side, we're going to cover our passenger side headlamp. If you look at the back side of your headlamp assembly, you're going to see something that looks like this. This is the adjustment. Some of these headlight assemblies have 1, 2, or even more of them, but you should at least have 1. This is how we're going to adjust the headlight beam. Now we're going to lower the top part of the beam down to just below this line. When you turn the adjustment to the right, it brings the beam up, and if you turn it to the left, it'll bring the headlight beam down. And this is this way on most vehicles. Let's continue on to doing the passenger side. All right, we properly aligned our TRQ headlamp assemblies. Okay, and on the quality TRQ headlamps for a pickup truck, the procedure is going to be the same. You're going to find your center dot, mark it, and then you'll measure from the level ground up to your dot. So once your headlamps are properly adjusted, it'll be time to adjust your fog lamps. You'll notice on the driver's side, the focal point is all the way at the bottom right now. I would like to bring it up so it meets up with approximately the bottom of the focal point of the headlight. Some fog lamps have an adjuster, others don't. The ones that do have an adjuster, you would just turn the adjustment to the left or to the right to adjust the beam up and down to where it needs to be. Now with your TRQ headlamps and fog lamps properly aligned, you can drive down the road safely.